Everyone, welcome back to Array Blog once again. And in the last video, we talked about JavaScript data types, number, string, boolean, and many more, right? So today we are going to more deeper into the JavaScript, learning how to perform various kind of operation on those data type using operators. So by the end of this video, you will know all the major types of operator in JavaScript, from simple math to complex logic, and how to use them in a real programs. Let's get started. So let me create a file first. That's a op, yeah, operator.js, right? Yeah. So the question is, what are operators? Operators are symbols that tell JavaScript to perform specific action like addition, comparison, or logics, right? For example, let's say sum equals to 5, right? And here the plus operator, this is the plus is basically an operator that adds two number. So that is what operator is. It could be multiply, it could be division, it could be modulus, it could be exponential. These are called operators, right? So let's explore all the important category of operator one by one, right? So what are you going to do? I'm going to remove. So first we will learn the arithmetic operators. So let me write it. Arithmetic operators, right? So this is arithmetic operators, and these are the most common ones. Basically, it is used for the basics math. So we'll say let a equals to 10 and let b equals to, you can say 20, right? Yeah. Now what are we going to do? We are going to perform some arithmetic operators, and arithmetic operator basically contain plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, expansion, and increasing and decreasing, basically plus plus, minus minus, these kind of things that every arithmetic operators contain. So what are we going to do? We are going to write the, so it's a console dot log, say a plus b, right? So this is our arithmetic program. Now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it. I'll change the operator only. So yeah, plus, minus, multiplication, this is division, I'm going to use modulus. Now you can also paste it for the exponential. Exponential is basically that is multiplication, exponential, right? And we can also write a, can also write a, right? This is what we are going to do. So let's run it and see what we get here. So we'll say node, say operator dot s. See, so we got 10 plus 20, 30. 10 minus 20 is minus 10. Then multiplication 200, 0.5, 10, and exponential, and then 10, a plus plus, and then 11 is a minus minus. Basically 10 is increased to 11, and then yeah, a plus plus, and then a minus minus, right? Now the next question is next operator is assignment operator. So let me comment on this so that, right? And what are we going to do? We're going to write assignment operators, right? So these assign value to a variable, and some of the, and sometime perform operation along the way, right? So we'll say let x equals to 10, right? And what are we going to do? We are going to perform the operator. So we'll say x plus plus equals to, right? So x plus equals to 5, right? And what we're going to do, we're going to write in the console so that we can see the output. Console.log. Let me comment it. Let me copy it. Then I'm going to add this. Going to be minus, and this is going to be multiplication. This is going to be division. This is going to right. So let's run it and see. So basically, assignment operator help sort in your code. So see, we got 15, 10, 50, 10, and 0. Now, next one is the comparison operator. So it's a comparison operators, right? So they are basically, these are used to compare two value and return boolean either true or false. So we'll say let p equals to 5 and let q equals to, say, now what we're going to do, we're going to say console dot log is basically equals to q, right? And let me copy it so that I can perform all the operator, comparison operator. So this is going to be, and then equals to, and then is going to be not equals to, and will be not equals to, and this one we can say is greater than, say, less than, say, greater than equals to. Always prefer triple equals to and not equals to, because they also check the data type, not just the value. I mean, so whenever you are comparing two variables like p equals to 2 q, so I'll say always prefer this line because it also check the data type. Same goes for this also, right? So let's run it and see what we get here. So you got true, false, false, true, false, 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 right? Next one is we are going to see the logical operator. Comment it. Then say logical operators, right? So they are used to combine multiple conditions, right? Say let a is equals to 25, right? And we'll say let has id equals to true. So the logical operator, basically these are used to combine multiple condition, right? So we'll say console log. We are going to say age is greater than 18 and has id, right? Yeah. And what we're going to do, we're going to say less is greater than, but we are going just changing the variable, or has id, right? And we can say this one is not has. So logical operators, these are used to combine multiple condition, right? So multiple condition is basically age is greater than 80 and has id, age is greater than 30 and or has id, not has id, right? So double and means both must be true, or, and this means the or either can be true, and this is basically reserve the reverse the boolean value, right? So let's run it. See, it's a true. So age is greater than 18, as ID is true, right? So it say if one of the value is true, then it will return true, and this is the false, right? Because it has only ID. Now next one is we are going to run is learn is basically bitwise operator. So say bitwise operators, right? So these work at the binary level, 0 and 1s, and you will rarely use them in day-to-day coding, but they're great for the optimization. So let me write this. So first one console.log, and we'll say 5 and 1, right? So basically and or XOR not, left shift, right shift, these are the basically bitwise operator. So and or, and then this, then XOR, and then we can say not, yeah, and we are going to use the left shift, and the right shift is shift. So the fun fact is 5 in binary is 101 and 1 is 001. That's how these bitwise operator works. Let's run it and see what it prints. It's a 1, 5, 4, minus 6, 10. That is what bitwise operator looks. So the next one we are going to learn about the ternary operators. So ternary operators, right? So one of the most useful shortcut in JavaScript. Let's say with the examples, so let's say age equals to 20, right? And let result equals to age is greater than equals to 18, and we use the ternary operator. We can say adult, say minor, and so log equals to result. It's a one line if else. I will explain what is if else. So what it does basically, result, it's check age is greater than or equals to 18, say adult. If the condition is true, it's say adult, otherwise it will print the minor. That is what ternary operator. So let's run it and see it's say adult, right? Because we have declared 20. Now let's declare it of 15, say 10. So let me clear this and say minor. Now the next one is the list coalescing operator, right? So say nullis coalescing, yeah, operators operator, right? So this one is super handy when you deal with the null or an undefined value, right? So we'll say let user, and we'll say let name equals to user is guest. So what we're going to do is console.log, say name, right? It means if user is null or identified, guest. But if the value is 0 or an empty string, it won't replace, right? So the question mark is set for when 0 or empty value are valid input, right? So that is what null is, and coalescing operator is. So let's quickly recap everything what we learned today. So the first we have learned arithmetic operator, that is addition, multiplication, division, right? Assignment operator, that is x plus equals to 5, that basically assign a value. Comparison, that is equals to. Logical, that and or not. Bitwise operator, and or not. Ternary, that question mark. Basically in inline if else, in a, if you can summarize it in a one word, like null is basically handle null or undefined value. So now you know all the important operator in JavaScript. So in the next video, we will explore JavaScript control flow, if, else, switch, and loops like for and while. And don't be so confused. I'll put all this code on my GitHub repo so that you can access it. As you can also find my C and Python code over there, what I've taught you, right? And if you want to learn Python, then go and check out my playlist. And if you want to learn C, go check out my playlist. I have built over the HTTP server and everything basically. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the more coding tutorials, and comment below which operator you found most interesting, right? Mine is the nullish operator, right? So the nullish coalescing operator, yeah, because it saves so much time writing fallback logic. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for the watching, and I'll see you into the next one. Thank you.